Luka, can you describe what was going on when you guys had that 35-4 run at the end of the first quarter and half of the second quarter?
Yeah, it was great. It was our defense, and we had the pace in the game. So we said before this game we need to run. So that's what we did.
What is it about this team that you go off? I mean, I don't know if you know you got the best record against the Western Conference than any other player since the NBA emerged in 1976.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, I mean that's great. I don't know what to say. So that was great.
Luke, I saw a few times after defense possession, you're looking over the bench and you're pointing at them. You're trying to make sure something's noticed. Like one time in particular, you're denying a guy and it ends up, I think, being a turnover.
That's just my jokes with Sweeney. He's now offensive coach, so has nothing to do with him on defense. But I was just joking with him.
So Sweeney, then the defensive rank thing for you is over if he's the offensive coach.
Yeah, now he ranks me on offense, which is way better than defense probably.
You're scoring a little under 3 times as many points on catch-and-shoot jump shots this season. You mentioned that was an area that you're focused on in the off-season. How has that translated so far for you, do you feel?
Yeah, I think great. I mean, as you see, I think people didn't believe me, but it's true. Working on that, it's a way easier shot than a step back. So that's the beauty of it.
Did you have to kind of train yourself to feel like you're in rhythm catch and shooting?
Not really train, just get shots up. Just not doing always the step back, just catch and shoot, just getting the shots up, and when my legs are fresh, I feel very good.
How much advantage do you guys talk about this being an in-season tournament game? You can't go down 0-2 after losing last week.
I mean, yeah, as I said, you have not many games for this in-season tournament, so it's good we got to pull this one out, but every game matters, Obviously, you have a lot of games, but I think our start has been great, so every game matters.
What did you think when you saw the court today?
Which one? Normal?
Oh, yeah, the normal court.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I think ours is not too colorful, so I think ours looks good. So hopefully I can see it next time.
Luka, what positives from tonight would you like to see carry over in this 4-game road trip?
I would say defense and the pace we have. I think our defense was good today, just a little bit too much fouling. But the pace we had was great, so that 2 things.
Luka, how does your pregame push-ups? I noticed you've been doing a lot of those lately.
No, I just did 2 games out of 8.
Is that
9.
You're helping your conditioning, it looks like?
I mean, yeah, sometimes I just don't want to make the guys push up, so I miss the half-court shot on purpose.
Dante Exum provided a spark, like with his on-ball defense, and played alongside you and Kyrie in the 3-guard lineup. What did you see from him today and so far this season?
I mean, great. He brings the energy. He knows how to play the basketball. I'm watching him in Europe last couple of years, so he's been playing great. And I think he's going to help us a lot. Especially when some players are out. It's a long season, so he's going to help us. He's going to help us a lot, I think.
Describe what went on Kyrie during that 35-4 run you guys had there in the second half.
Bit of luck that they weren't making shots. But outside of that, I felt like we were making them play in the half court a little bit more than they anticipated. It's a great one-on-one individual team. I think they know that in that locker room. So we wanted to make it an emphasis tonight that they had to play through each other. And they're a new group, so we just wanted to take advantage of some of their mistakes in transition and make the game easier on ourselves and get out in transition and not necessarily call a bunch of plays, but just be in the right positions out there offensively to take advantage of their defensive mistakes.
Did you guys take it personally when the coach did? You guys saw?
I mean, I think that's the beautiful nature of this game and being able to respond the way we did tonight. That's what it's about, is when it's not so much of a personal challenge, it's a team challenge, and we know we have to individually be ready to play our roles, but it's all a team game, and collectively we just knew in our hearts we had to be better. And I think we proved that tonight just in the 48 minutes that we were allowed to play out there.
Was that the best offensive performance, or maybe even like the most connected in terms of passing and just the way that you guys flowed out there?
I mean, we made shots, so it looked a little better than other games. But I felt like for the majority of our games this season, we've been moving the ball well and trusting each other. And a few of my shots went down today that were timely, and felt good to just have that rhythm stay the same throughout the rest of the game as we started in the first quarter when we were down by 3. And then after that, we went on a crazy run. So, yeah.
Is it difficult to not view results through the ebb and flow of shot making, something that, you just said there is a randomness to it?
Yeah.
Is it
Sport of basketball, man. They could.
challenge you're not getting too high with the lead and not getting too low with a big loss?
I mean, just being realistic with where we are in the season. It's still early. It's nothing to truly slap ourselves on the back about or celebrate right now. We just got to be mature about it. We have a stretch coming up that's going to be somewhat difficult just mentally, and we know that we have to do the little things that we didn't do the other night against Toronto in order to make sure that this trip goes well. So we don't want to harp on the past, but we know we have to still continue to get better. So I think that's the beauty of this, is just knowing what we have in front of us. It's a challenge, and just going with what we know, and that's playing hard and being able to follow the game plan, and be mature about how we go about walking through and going through team concepts and just talking through those things that could potentially come up in the game.
Any way do you guys going into the game, do you think about the in-season tournament, because you can't get the Lakers with 2 losses?
Yeah, no, I mean, you have no choice. To be honest with you, this is probably my lack of awareness showing right now, but even that shoot around, I didn't even know it was an in-season tournament game, just because I was so used to seeing the court be split in 3. And kind of the excitement. I mean, it was just, I didn't feel it this rising, but coming into game time tonight, it did feel like an in-season tournament game, and it meant something. And you can tell that the Clippers knew what was at stake. We knew what was at stake. It just felt good to get this win and put ourselves in better position to go to Houston, or when Houston comes here, and then also when we play in New Orleans. So I'm excited about those challenges, and I think that's probably what the NBA wants, is just us to be locked into what that tournament means for us personally and as a team, and then going out and executing.
Luka is scoring just under 3 times as many catch-and-shoot points per game this season compared to last season. You mentioned that's an area he focused on in the offseason. What have you seen from him in that area so far?
I mean, he's just seamlessly playing that role, just being able to catch and shoot, stop in transition. The pace is amazing when we can flatten the defense, and then he's trailing the play. He doesn't have to move as fast, and he just comes in right in rhythm, or I'm coming right in rhythm, and the ball finds the open shooter most possessions. So we just want to continue that flow, and when Luka's doing that in transition, I mean, we're tough to beat. When he gets those threes with 16 on the shot clock, 17 on the shot clock, and it's a great possession because the defense is flattened, and we've done everything possible to be in the best positions. We've run to the corners, our bigs are running to the rim, we're playing with that pace, and then Luka comes in and just does his step back or gets to an open area on the court, and then makes it easier for us. So it's good to see him appreciate that work that he put in the summer in order to translate to now.
We've heard J.K. and you guys talk since camp opened, play fast, play fast, play fast. How are you guys going about making sure that happens? Like, what's the key to playing the kind of pace you want?
I mean, we pushed ourselves in training camp. I mean, we had a heck of a training camp, and we have practice tomorrow. So, huh?
You love practice.
I love practice. Come on now, man. I need it. That's what makes people great. And seeing our hard work translate into wins early in the season, it goes to show you, once you trust your head coach and your coaching staff, and some of those days when you don't want to come in, or the back-to-back days that we had practice and felt monotonous, it felt mundane, and we were tired mentally, but we knew that it was going to put us in position to where we are now, where pushing the pace on offense is not a hard ask, and being able to communicate that to everybody that's coming in the game is not hard either, because they know what type of level we want to get to. And I feel like we've gotten off to a good start, but there's still more levels that we can reach to throughout the season. We'll see.
You've been on teams where there was a start type of player brought in mid-season. Last year you removed mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
From your perspective, what are those guys going through right now? What's that process like? You know, bringing James in and trying to figure things out.
Oh man, they're going through what all of us humans go through, is just adjustment periods to playing with other great players and playing with other great thinkers out there. And I mean, they're all students of the game. I think they appreciate the talent they do have, but it's going to take them a few more games to figure out spacing, to figure out, you know, when is the time to push. Individually, they're incredible. I think we can all echo that sentiment, but when you're playing a team game, it's only one basketball out there, and to find some offensive continuity takes time, and then to find that defensive identity roles, it could be frustrating. And you know, out there, I didn't feel the frustration from them, but I can tell that there was just a where do I go, you know, type of emotion. And I'm sure we won't see that when we see them in LA as much, but right now they're just going through those ups and downs in the public forum, where they are getting criticized for not winning games, even though they're as great as anyone in the league statistically and individually. So collectively, I know that they'll be better, but right now they're trying to find their way, which wish them well. But you know, I'm glad they didn't figure it out tonight against us. You know, we didn't want that. You know, it could have been one of those games that they go on a crazy streak because they figure something out. So looking forward to seeing them again soon.
One of those teams that you just light them up every time you see them, like just light up the clip.
Got some pretty good career averages against some teams. Yeah, that you feel confident against, and going in, you just know the head coach well. You know the team that's going to be on the floor, and they've had pretty much the same offensive defensive flow. Mm-hmm.
So you made 5 threes tonight. You're 8 of 16 in your last 2 games. Was there anything in particular that you adjusted in terms of your approach or anything of that nature?
Just getting my right elbow pointed. I talked to my dad a few days ago, and he just always loves to remind me to keep my right elbow pointed. That's something that Kobe used to tell me as well, just as a reminder, and then just take my time, get my feet underneath me. There were some times where I wasn't landing on balance, and it's little things that probably the common fan wouldn't see, but those that appreciate hoop culture and appreciate my game can see some of the nuances of where my rhythm was a little off. And sometimes it could be the guy hand just staying on the ball a little bit more, or floating left or floating right. Being a great shooter in this league is all about self-confidence, all about the work that and the time that you put in. So I'm staying consistent there, and that's where I want to feel good, and just trusting that my teammates will continue to find me, and I'll knock down the shots when my time is called.
All right, thanks.
Thanks. Guys, come safe.